Brought to you by Hyundai. We got to Miami. Woo! You actually make good money? Are you guys still broke? I'm just gonna, I guess, just say it. What's up, guys? It's SamGolbach, and we are in Miami, Florida. Katrina's over there getting ready. Say hi.
Hi.
This is gonna be the first vlog that I've done in a very, very long minute. We are vacationing in Florida, all thanks to Hyundai. They're bringing us out for this event, and they're giving us a car to experience the city. So why not make a video about it? So this is gonna be a crazy weekend, as you see. I'm all dressed up.
What?
We're about to get some cocktails and dinner with the whole team, but then tomorrow I'll show you guys all around the freaking city. So here we go. Here goes the week. Guys, it is January in Florida, and it is like 75 degrees outside. It's actually like hot. I'm sweating. I know what you're thinking. Last time I was in Florida in January, it did not go so hot. But this time I'm actually gonna be able to see the entire city with my girlfriend, take a little vacation, so it's gonna be freaking awesome. Are you excited?
It's windy.
It's so windy. Basically, we're in a race with all these guys back here to get the best car. Ready?
Comment below which color we should get.
Yeah, we'll definitely see that. God, we called it. Woo! We won. Oh my God, we love it. Wow, I look freaking pale comparatively to you. Jeebus.
You need to get a tan, boy.
I know. All right, guys. We've been running around Miami in the Hyundai venue all day. If you haven't seen enough of this, you can go to the Instagram stories or on my Instagram post. You'll see our pictures. Hyundai specifically made this car for people like moi and Katrina who like to travel around while they do their work. They say this car fits the entrepreneurial spirit, especially with people like me who do weird jobs that aren't necessarily 9 to 5. So what that means is obviously like Colby, me, Katrina, our whole friend group, we all do business and our jobs from like a bunch of different areas of the world, especially just on the go all the time. We don't necessarily, I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't have an office. I do everything on the go. So having a car that, you know, that supports that lifestyle is key. This one is awesome because one, it's an SUV, but two, it's also small and compact, so you're not like clunking around the city with this giant car. But that brings me to my next point. I get this question all the time, especially recently, about like what my non-traditional path is like and like how you become, you know, an entrepreneur in this sense, because so many people are trying to be social media kids, or they're trying to do things different. They look at our friend group and whatnot and they're like, okay, cool, you always tell us to never be normal, but like how do we do that? And that's kind of what I want to talk about today. I want to tell like my story, you can tell yours as well, and this and honestly just how to make money on YouTube or any other social media type stuff. So starting it off, I know you guys have heard Colby and I tell our story about, you know, the whole band camp come up, and then we just started working on ourselves and our social media and stuff, but that doesn't make as much sense. Like I want to tell you guys more about how exactly we did this, because it takes a while to get to a point where you can sustain yourself on a career that isn't, you know, 9 to 5 or construction. I mean, true. I worked as a waiter for 2 years. Didn't you do too?
When I moved to LA, I worked at IHOP, and then I worked at California Pizza Kitchen, and then on top of that, I was working 2 jobs at once. I was also working at the mall. So I'd literally go work at the mall in the morning and go straight from there, work at the restaurant job.
While also trying to do music.
While also doing music. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and so many people in Los Angeles do that. And that's what I want to like tell you guys. Like going that entrepreneurial path is not necessarily super clean cut. And I don't ever suggest just fully fledged going into it without a backup plan, because we all had backup plans. Like I didn't do social media full time until 2 or 3 years into starting social media. It took me, I think, 7 months of posting videos to make a single dime. And my first check was $75. After 6 months, all I got from social media was $75 split between Colby and I. So I really got like $35. So yeah, it's very difficult, and I want you to like understand that it's a grind, because there's obviously so many payoffs, but you got to be willing to put in the work, and I feel like especially like us, we like do that, and you'll really reap the benefits if you like work now and then, you know, have that mindset throughout. Because there's a lot of people that'll go out and like go after their goal for like a year and then they'll just give up. But you know, like all these, I guess, famous people on social media, or anybody that you like see online that's like have this crazy, you know, wealth, or like they can travel the world, it's all because they actually put in the work. I remember a time, and I don't know if I've told social media this yet, but literally the first like 3 months of Colby and I living in Los Angeles, we did not make like any money. We were basically broke, and we were just like scavenging for money. We would get to a point where we would never eat anything like out. We'd only cook like ramen and spaghetti noodles and all that stuff. We didn't even buy the 10-cent grocery bags. We would carry the groceries home in our hands because we didn't want to spend the extra money. That is how like conservative we were to get to where we are. I just want to lay that down and like talk about a little bit about like the path, because yes, you guys probably see us traveling the world doing crazy videos like this, or like being in a freaking Hyundai event driving around Miami and all this cool stuff, and that's awesome, but like you gotta be willing to work. You gotta be willing to work. But definitely this has been by far more fun than I ever thought like a 9-to-5 would be.
Oh yeah.
We're working, and yet we're also experiencing Miami and doing whatever, and like hanging out with friends all the time, and obviously you guys see it, so it's definitely worth it. Like, how long did you do social media before you started like let's say your first $500 check?
Oh, you make over $500 on social media? Because I don't.
What?
I don't know. I've been doing this for now like 5 or 6 years.
And you've been singing since you were what, like 10?
I started music, yeah. I probably started singing when I was 10. And I started coming out here when I was 12. And I didn't quit my jobs until I was like 18 or 19. I just quit them.
So like you were doing it for what, 5 years, and then now it's like finally sustainable to like be living.
There's so many times where like I probably like, if I was anyone else, they would have gone home. You know, like I should have gone home, but I didn't. And now I'm able to not work those normal jobs.
Exactly, and have more fun with it. But yeah, guys, you gotta work hard. You gotta like want it, because this lifestyle is awesome. And I definitely recommend it, but as long as you're willing to work, you know? On the bright side, there are a bunch of benefits to doing this. Like, I don't have to report to anybody. I am my own boss. Like, you're your own boss. We get to like travel whenever we want. Like, it's awesome. Trust me. I would definitely like suggest doing what you love and finding a way to monetize on the things that you love. Like, I absolutely love posting videos, and ever since, you know, Colby introduced it to me like 5 or 6 years ago, I was like, oh, this is exactly what I want to do. I want to talk to you guys. Like, the support and like being able to like entertain an audience is absolutely amazing. But yeah, but that's enough about my story. You're probably like, okay, well then how do you actually make money? Do you actually make good money? Like, are you guys still broke like you were when you first moved to Los Angeles? Luckily, no. There are like so many amazing ways to make money. It's more just like thinking outside the box. A lot of people just don't realize it, but you don't necessarily have to have one transactional thing all the time, and you gotta think outside the box. But again, one thing that a lot of people don't even realize is just making videos alone and like viewership and whatnot is like passive income. Just like anything like you sell or make a product and like people keep using it, you can make money off of, like streaming music, or like making a movie every time someone watches a movie, or making a YouTube video every time someone watches a YouTube video, you get money, which is
It's not like it's a one-time sale.
Yeah, it's like a recurring thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're doing yoga. You wanna join?
I wanna join, brother.
Well, do it! Oh my god, we're in a different dimension. You got something in your teeth. Little beads, you know what that means. It's race time. Oh, jeez. Oh my god.
Poor kid.
I just ran. Oh my god.
He's crying now.
Sorry, Gavin. All right, guys, we had to move because I got kicked out of my parking spot, but I want to talk to you guys about the juicy stuff. The reason why you probably clicked this video. You're like, hey, how much do YouTubers make on money? How much do people make on money? How much money do people make on YouTube? Obviously, there's a lot of people, you know, making money on merch and like makeup products and like dropping different lines of random stuff everywhere. Like there's a bunch of different things for different people, but most YouTubers make money on AdSense. So I want to talk to you guys about this because I don't think it's ever really been talked about before. So I might be breaking grounds and maybe a bunch of YouTubers might be mad at me for talking about this, but hey, you know what? You probably want the secrets, you probably want the juice. So here we go. I don't want to get too technical on it, but there's this thing called CPM, which is basically, what that basically stands for in a dumbed down version is like what ads pay you to be on your videos. And obviously not every single video view gets money, but most of the time when someone views your YouTube video, you get like 0.0001 of a cent. So yeah, it's not that astronomical. But sometimes during the year, they're like, you get like 0.005 of a cent, you know, and then it's a lot better. And then when that adds up and there's like a lot more views, you get more money. So just to simplify that, we'll get into like bigger numbers because, you know, adding up fractions of 1 cent is going to be very difficult for everyone to comprehend. So obviously it depends on the YouTuber. If you're summoning demons and whatnot like that, you're going to be not making near as much money as people that are, you know, playing little kid games or stuff like that. Oh, because advertisers hate people that summon demons and whatnot. So that's great. Except for Hyundai. They're beautiful. They love me and I love them back for that. But yeah, I mean, you know, all those family channels, the Ace family probably makes stupid amounts of money. I can't even imagine. I'm just going to talk on my behalf so then you can kind of compare it to people that make, you know, better content than me or, you know, raunchier content than me, and then you can kind of, you know, see what your favorite creators kind of make. All right, I don't think this has ever been talked about, so I'm just gonna, I guess, just say it. But let's say for 1 million views, depending on your channel and what type of year or what time of year, 1 million views equates to around $2,000. $2,000, which is a ton of money. And yeah, I mean, obviously 1 million views is a ton of views, but you know, with AdSense and all that stuff, it adds up. So that's fantastic. And then sometimes at the very, very best times of the year, like we're talking like Black Friday, we're talking like right before Christmas when advertisers are like, you know, shelling out their cash loads for you. It can be up to like, it could be up to like $4,000. Like that's like the most I've seen. Obviously there's people that are on like preferred programs and, you know, probably the best of the best YouTube creators have like $10,000 per 1 million, but
that's the gist. It ranges.
It ranges. 2 to 4 is probably what you could safely bet. So basically you could go on this app called like Social Blade or whatever, and you could look up any of your favorite YouTube creators and see how many views someone makes in a month. Like usually the big top of the line YouTubers are gonna get like about 100 million to 200 million views. Like people like Mr. Beast and Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, David Dobrik. There's some people that like make, you know, raunchier content that don't get good advertising, but the top of the line, you know, let's just say they do make that $4,000 per million. If we want to just do some freaking simple quick maths, if you did, you know, 200 million views in a month times that 4,000, you would make $800,000 in 1 month. The top of the line makes like almost $1 million a month just in ad revenue. Like that is
crazy,
mind-blowing to like everybody, but obviously, you know, to a bunch of people working 9 to 5s, it's like, oh dang, maybe I do want to go into this entrepreneurial lifestyle. But yeah, no, it's like you can just imagine people at that top level that are getting hundreds of millions of views and doing, you know, makeup lines, clothing lines, like they're doing brand deals, you know, shout out Hyundai, like all that stuff. They make a lot of money, which again, what I really respect about these people is obviously it wasn't always that way. There's a lot of people that just like we're talking about is we didn't really make crazy amounts of money just a few years back, or even, you know, less than a year. We could have like completely changed our lives. I know Jeffree Star always talks about this, how, you know, he's got a lot of money. He's got a huge makeup brand. He's got a huge YouTube brand, all that stuff. So he makes a good amount of money, but you know, I respect him greatly for it because a few years back he was broke. He always talks about within just a few years he went from like less than $5,000 in his bank account to like, I think like $100 million in his bank account, something like that. It's crazy numbers, but it's just amazing what you can do when you like put your mind to it. Really like take your passion and then figure out and work really, really hard and don't do, you know, the normal lifestyle. Because a lot of people go to say, I love fashion or I love makeup, and they'll work for someone who does makeup. But why not create your own, you know, fashion design or own like makeup line? Or instead of, you know, helping other people write music, why not write your own music or go on tour and all that stuff, or make your own YouTube videos? So I do recommend everybody go down that path. Like, if you were willing to work and put in that work, like we said, it takes a while, but you know, you live and never normal, it could pay off. Plug, you know what I'm saying?
Or you're living Hoochie Blue Rose.
If you're living Hoochie Blue Rose, is that your slogan? But with all that being said, like, either way, obviously I've had to work for other bosses, and that's like, you know, something that everyone has to go through to get to where they want to be, and I definitely suggest doing that. But being able to be in Miami and like driving around in our freaking new Hyundai Venue and seeing the world and also be working is just phenomenal. So I don't know, I recommend, you know, going down that route. I think it's a lot more fun if you're working whatever you're passionate on.
I agree with those statements.
Yaga! All right, let's go finish the rest of our freaking Miami trip.
Vacation!
And if you all want a freaking awesome SUV that will support that entrepreneurial spirit, go check out the new Hyundai Venue.
And it's affordable.
And yeah, it actually is. So that's a good thing too.
Check it out.
We'll see you guys later. Guys, it is now the next day of our Miami trip. We went to a different side of Miami, but we're right next to the freaking beach. And I went full on dad mode, according to Katrina. So I look like a tourist and I'm holding a camera, for God's sake, so it doesn't look too good right now. I just bought Katrina new flip-flops, but they're pretty much garbage.
$5.99.
They already broke. So that means I have to be barefoot.
Aww.
This is just for the video, but then after you're gonna give it back, right?
No.
Aww. God.
Oh.
Alright.
Never get it in the hole. Rock, paper, scissors. The person who loses has to run knee deep in the water.
No, they have to belly flop.
No. You get eaten by sharks.
Sharks don't live in the ocean.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Plus.
Hey, you always play 2 out of 3. Come on, guys, right?
No, we did not agree
Ready?
to 2 out of 3.
Rock, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. God dang it! Are you kidding me?
Oh, belly flop.
I did not agree to the belly flop thing.
What? Are you kidding me? Are you serious?
Alright guys, I know it was a short Miami trip for this video, but that is because I'm actually here in Florida for another reason besides the Hyundai event. It is because the SamGolbach channel is taking Corey back to his hometown here in Florida. We are going to try to help him. So in the next couple days, I'm going to be filming a lot about that, so that means the SamGolbach next series is coming soon. So hope you enjoyed this vlog, a little bit around Miami, getting to experience the life and whatnot. I'm gonna go try to enjoy the rest of my vacation before we have to freaking summon demons on SamGolbach channel. So hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time with another video.
Put the place up, yeah, we know what we made of. Can't get enough of you, boo, I'm a chaser. Face up, now I feel a little major. Blink of an eye, ego, I'm a taker. Shaker, yeah, she was a ball shaker. She shake me out that door to no place.
Was it cold?
No, it's really warm. You should jump in, go.
No, no, no,